What up, what up, what up? This is Mike the Philosopher here with the last the last ranking of the women for Ready to Love. Okay. Let me make some disclaimers first. All right. Listen, these women can get a guy. They can marry a guy. Their guy is out there. Okay. There are fools all around. Okay. to choose some of these ladies. And look, I'm not trying to be insulting. I'm just saying some of these guys will have to be nuts to choose some of these women. I'm just being real. The same thing with some of the guys. Okay. They would have to be nuts to choose some of these women, but they're out there. All these women can have a guy. Okay. I'm gonna say the same thing I said on the men video. It's too many bottom people. Okay, it's hard for me to rank, but this is Black Man Rankings. All right, and we got to rank. We got to put them in order so that people can understand what a husband looks like and what a wife looks like. That is my mission. Okay. I'm gonna be ranking other things too, but for right now, I'm just sticking to this because it's all my schedule can allow right now. Okay. All that being said, all that being said, let's go in, and this is the final one. I think I got all the information I need. And now keep in mind, this is not who's the prettiest. This is not the who's the prettiest ranking. This is not the who has the best personality ranking. This is not who's the most popular rankings. This is not who got the most connections and the biggest network rankings. Okay. This is wifey rankings. Let me say that again. This is wifey rankings. So if you don't like the people, it ain't because of their looks. It ain't because of nothing else other than their wifey rankings. All right. I hope that is clear to everybody. Without further ado, let's go in. At number 10 is Janelle. Listen, try my best not to put this woman on the bottom because I like a lot of things about her. I do think she's attractive. She's chubby cute. She is. I ain't gonna even front. And I try my best not to put her on the bottom because there's a lot of things I like. I do like her, I guess you could say her pro-blackness and her willingness not to, put other brothers down on TV and things like that. I like that about her. She knows she's a helpmate. I like a lot of things about Janelle. But the way she moves, it is absolutely atrocious. Okay? It's absolutely ridiculous. How she treats the other women, bad girl energy, the delusion that she has, the narcissistic personality disorder she seems to have, and the ego. Did I mention the rudeness? The woman is bad, just bad girl energy. Not only that, but off the show, she goes and stalks Kat's house. She talks greasy about Kat online. She gets online and she says she's that girl. Doesn't matter where she is. She practically forced herself on the bottom. She earned a bottom spot. It just is what it is. She is not wifey material. She is the last woman to be wifey material. Now, I know what a lot of y'all thinking. Well, she got the most men, and she this, that, and the third, and she was at the top, and she got the best guy on there and all this other stuff. Let me say this to all the men. Ladies, just move to the side just a little bit. Let me talk to all the fellas, okay? Fellas, y'all are doing a horrible freaking job, okay? Let me explain what I'm talking about. You guys are rewarding bad behavior, okay? Let's make this very clear. You guys are rewarding bad behavior. All those guys on that panel seeing how this woman is moving, and you all are interested in her, okay? This is why a lot of women think the more toxic you act, the more men are attracted to you. I wish I could say that this is not true, but it has validity. It has legs. Why? Because y'all don't know how to pick freaking women. Okay? Let me explain. Herbert, he said, yeah, Janelle got a little thug in her. I like that. I like that. That is the dumbest I have ever heard. Okay? Quentin, you seen how Janelle move? You still all attracted and still in love with her? Dumbness. Red, oh, is this exclusive? Are you and Quentin, y'all exclusive? Dumbness. Y'all part of the problem. And I came up with another philosophy, another theory. I'm not going to get into it on this video. I'm going to just say that the men are part of the problem. Women are starting to feel like the more ghetto they act, the more attracted the men are going to be. And if y'all remember, even Tequila said, oh, men like a little ghetto in them, and I'm here for it. I got plenty of that. She started the show like that. These women think that is what attracts men. And if you look at this show, it has some legs. Now, the question is, why is this? Why are men rewarding women with bad behavior? And I can't necessarily put my finger on it, but I'm gonna make an attempt at it. That's all they know. That's all they know is toxic, masculine, rude behavior. Probably remind them of a girlfriend they had. Probably had wild sex, okay? And it's stimulating to the mind. Same reason why some women like toxic men. Same reason. Some people love the stimuli of toxicity. Okay? They've gotten used to the taste of toxic. Okay? That's why people go to fast foods. But it's at the same time you crave it. Okay? It's the same thing as fast food people. You get used to a toxic you just get used to a toxic type of personality. Okay? I just don't understand why these guys are rewarding this woman. And she's up here gloating like she is better than sliced bread. All right? She's up here talking about, yeah, ding, ding, ding. He just wasn't interested in you. And ding, yeah, and that's this, that, and I can't help it because my presence challenges their mediocrity. All this other bull. And the guy, and the first thing Red think to say is you and Quentin exclusive? Can I get in on this? Guys, you're part of the freaking problem, man. You're rewarding toxic women. I don't know if it's just the men. I don't know if it's the networks. All of these networks seem to want these toxic women. All the viewership come from the toxic women. All the men seem to gravitate to the toxic women. You all are crazy as far as I'm concerned. You're all crazy. That's not how a woman is supposed to act. And Red, you shouldn't be talking about how can you get in on this, or is this exclusive, and are you want to, like, it's kind of upsetting, to be honest. I'm gonna just be real. I'm a sane person, so I like sanity. I don't like that insaneness. Now I do watch this because I see the flaws in the culture. I'm trying to correct that as best I can. Okay. And I see toxic men. I see toxic women. I pointed out the toxic men in a video. I'm pointing out the toxic women in this video. And the men are part of the problem. Straight up. Okay. Because I have a feeling if the women would see men gravitating more towards the nice women, they would act more like nice women. But when you see people like Lee losing to a Janelle, as a woman, you're going to think that's what they want. They want the Janelle. They don't want the Lee. And that is completely wrong. Unless you are a toxic woman and you want a toxic man. But men who got their head on straight, like moi, like me, I don't want no toxic woman. I want peace of mind. All right? Janelle has earned her way at the bottom. On the show, she's on the top. But as far as a wife, she is on the bottom as far as BMR is concerned. All right? And a lot of other men are concerned. This is not the behavior that women and wives should have. I'm a straighten this crap out right now. Ladies, don't fall for it. Okay? She is wrong. She is not a wife. This is not how you move. This is not how you behave. Okay? This is not high school. This is not middle school. Okay? No one cares about your connections. Your network. Who cares? That's not why anybody is on the show, to see how many connections Janelle got. That's not why they apply for the show. They apply for the show to find their one, their love. This ain't a popularity contest. I cannot stand people who lie to themselves. And I'll put it this way. I don't rock with people who lie to themselves, because if you lie to yourself, you're going to lie to me, and I'm not for that at all. Okay. So Janelle seems to lie to herself. She thinks she's regal and nose in the air and chin up, and she's looking down from a terrace at everyone else around her, and she has to be in the presence of mediocrity. Give me a freaking break. You earned yourself on the bottom of the list, Janelle. You are not a wife. I'm sure Quentin know that by now. I'm sure Red gonna find that out. There might be a fool out there that will marry her. I'm sure there is. Because a lot of you men are part of the problem. You like that toxic Herbert too. I like that. I like that. Why you like that? What's attractive about her being rude and disrespecting everybody? Ladies, this is not This is not all men who think like this. I don't want y'all to think that that's how you get the man. That's not how you get the man. Okay. Disappointed in the ladies, disappointed in the men too. How could you put this woman on the pedestal on this show? And again, I think there's some things going on in the background that someone is pulling some strings. They want our women to look as toxic as possible. And they put this stuff on TV. These people are chosen not because, you know, they're the most upstanding people in the community. It's because they're the most toxic in the community. And they after ratings. And for whatever reason, people love to see toxicity. It builds ratings. Janelle is on the bottom. And she pretty much sealed that deal at the reunions. She is not wifey material at all. Number 9 is Tequila. Tequila is right there with her, down there, ghetto fabulous, popping off, talk greasy about Phil. Yeah, I wouldn't date you either because you filed for bankruptcy, this, that, and the third. Rolling her eyes like she's on that pedestal. Janelle and Tequila is the same woman. This is why they can't get along. It's because they're the same person. They're fighting for position. Okay, they both ratchet. This is why they always button heads. A ram is going to ram another ram. Okay? They're going to butt heads and ram another ram. They're fighting for that position. Tequila, you right there down there with her. Same thing, same behavior. You don't got no connections to brag about. You don't got no network to brag about. You probably don't have no money to brag about. But you're the same as Janelle. And toxic people seek out other toxic people. Who you fighting for? Habibi. That brother got problems too. Just your taste in men tell me all I need to know. She down there with her. She down there with her. Again, there was a lot of things I liked about Janelle. But she showed her ass. Tequila, she down there with her. But, I don't know. I do like the fact that Tequila did have somebody back. But it was Habibi back. It was a toxic guy, but it was a guy. She still held him down. Like I said, man, if you can find some redeeming qualities out of these ladies, out of these people, knock yourself out, man. I'm just keeping it 1,000 right now. Tequila, you're down there. You're number 9. You and Janelle, not much different. Okay? And it's just a shame. It's just a shame. Listen, I had a problem last season with Morgan and Jeffrey acting like not much different, to be honest, than Janelle and Tequila. Not much different. Morgan, I think, is a sociopath. Jeffrey, she likes to lie to herself. She likes to think that she is everything sweet, spice, everything nice, and she places herself on a pedestal. Janelle's doing the same thing. You know, I think RTL is looking for personality types, and they get one of those in every season. the Anyway, number eight is Unique. Yep, Unique is, she cut from the same cloth too. Bad girl energy. You know, she went hard in the paint on Red. She's very judgmental. You a thought this, you a thought job, and this is a thought job, and being messy, bringing up ex-girlfriends mess to the show and judging people. She ain't much different. This is why Marvin, I think, wasn't really messing with her, because he's seen it. She ain't much different than those other ladies. She just didn't have enough camera time to show her ratchetness. But she's down there too. Look good. I give Unique that. She's a nice looking chick. I mean, so is Janelle. Daquilla, but Unique is a nice looking chick. But her mindset messes it all up. She's not much different. She assumes a lot. She's very judgmental, jumps to conclusions. She's not very tactful, not very respectful, pedestalizes herself, tells you all the things she's not gonna do. That's her thing. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing this. What I'm not gonna do. That's Unique. What the hell are you gonna do? That's my question. Okay. Right down there with the rest of them. You know, if Unique changed, you know, and I look, at this age, ain't nobody gonna be really changing much as far as their personalities. She's one of those chicks I wish would change some things about her. She'd be a lot better woman. I mean, she's not that bad to look at, but you know, your attitude and your mentality messes it all up. That's probably why, you know, your marriage didn't last. Probably was a whole lot of attitude. I see she's talking to Christopher now. We'll see how it go. We'll see how it goes. I ain't mad at either one of them for shooting a shot. I said Chris needs I don't like the term strong woman, but a woman who can kind of take the lead on some things. I guess that's Unique. I wish Christopher to be with a better woman than Unique, if I'm being honest, because I think the brother deserves a lot better than her. But if she can right the ship and change a couple things, her ego and her judgments and her what she not gonna do, I will wish them the best if she could change all that stuff. But I don't think she's gonna change none of that. I just don't want Christopher to be gullible enough to fall for it. But she down there with the other bad girls. That's why Unique is number 8. Number 7 is and I thought about this, but it has to be Jessica. Okay, she down there too, with the rolling of the eyes, with the condescending condescending attitude, antagonist, and dare I say, combative. Dare I say combative? Now, Jessica is the passive aggressive type. Okay, she's not all out aggressive and wilding out like Janelle and Tequila and all them. She's the passive aggressive. That's sort of how Unique is too. But Jessica even more so passive aggressive. But she's still gonna come off condescending, disrespectful, with the rolling of the eye. A part of me feels like Jessica is misunderstood. A part of me really does feel that. That's why I have her higher than Unique. I really want to like Jessica. I really do. I really want to like Jessica. But she gives me every reason to not, really. She gives me every reason to not. And she doesn't, where the places where she's stuck in between trying to look good and being ghetto. Okay? She wants to look good. She wants to look like the put together woman and the professional woman. But she got this ghetto in her that can't help but to leak out. She can't even stop it on camera. She said she didn't even notice how much she rolled her eyes until she started watching the show. Yeah, you roll your eyes all the time. Your ghetto is leaking out into the world. You don't notice it, but it's leaking out. You don't even notice it. You didn't even know you rolled your eyes that much. You do. And it's a turnoff. It's a turnoff. A part of me feels like, all right, I'll say this. From Jessica up, I consider these women to be potential wives. Do I think Jessica is a potential wife? I do, actually. I do. All the women below her, I don't necessarily consider them wives. Okay? But I think all the women up above Jessica can be wives. I think Jessica needs the right man to put her totally in check. Stop rolling them damn eyes. Okay? Listen to what I'm telling you. Let's talk this out. And don't be condescending. Don't be rude. She needs a guy to check her. A healthy check. Okay, is what I would call it. She needs a healthy check. I think she will get in line with the right guy. I really do. But she needs that right guy to put her in check. It's going to have to be somebody she looks up to for whatever reason. Professionally, financially, career, his status, whatever. It's going to be somebody she looks up to. But I still think she has barely enough to listen. But a part of me does feel like she is a bit misunderstood. She was trying to tell Chris something, and she was like, "You won't even let me receive your apology," or something like that. And I seen that, and I was like, you know what? He didn't let her finish. So a part of me still is holding out on her being able to turn it around, because let's be clear, I want happiness for all these women, all these men and women. I want happiness for everybody. But I got to call out the BS, man. I got to call. This is BMR. This is Black Man Rankings. I got to call it out. Okay. If I don't, I'm not doing my job. I'm not doing my part in correcting the culture. And Jessica, you need some thorough checking, and you need to listen. You need to actually listen to your man. All right. That's probably your biggest problem, your listening part. You can talk a good one, but can you listen? And I'm not talking about listen just to hear what I'm saying. Listen to feel what I'm saying. Don't just hear me so you can rebut. Hear what I'm saying. Feel what I'm saying. So you can understand where I'm coming from. I need you to do that more than anything. So Jessica, she's down there at number 7, and I want so much for this chick to get her act together. Part of me likes Jessica, believe it or not, but you gotta watch the crowd you hanging with. You gotta, first of all, you need to get rid of all your negative friends. Start there. Janelle being number 1 on the list. Get rid of her. She poisoning your mind. And you probably letting her. Who knows who's poisoning who at this point. Get rid of all your negative friends. If I'm your man, Jessica, I'm telling you, you got to get rid of all these negative chicks around us. They're gonna mess our world up. Number 1. Number 2, listen to what I'm telling you. Actually, that's number 1. Listen to what I'm telling you. Now get rid of your friends. Okay. All right. She just needs a thorough checking, and I think she'll be all right. But right now, you ain't ready, sister. You ain't ready. At number 6 is Kira. All right. Now, look, Kira's problem is lack of experience. Just young, just too young to really know better, really. She moves in a way that is a little confusing for guys. Culturally, listen, one beautiful thing about Black people is we are the most diverse people on the planet. Okay. We're the most diverse. That's both our gift and our curse. Okay. And it's a curse because we can't come together to do jack. Okay. We're so diverse in our ideologies and our belief systems that we can't all come together on one accord. Other nationalities who aren't as genetically diverse as us, they have one frame of mind, and it doesn't really vary much. You know, they all know what each other thinking without even having to talk to each other. Us, we can't come together not because we're too diverse as people, genetically, culturally, in every way. But that's a gift also, because we can be in any spot, any situation, any whatever. So I just think that, and this is going to sound kind of weird, but it's I think she's trainable. And I'm not talking about, like a pet or nothing like that. So calm down. But I think that she needs a mentor who can mentor her into being the woman that she can be. She's very delusional right now, but she's not rude or intentionally rude. I don't think she's intentionally rude to try intentionally hurt people or pedestalize herself. I mean, she does pedestalize herself, but it's all in fun. Kira has, for the most part, a happy spirit. Okay. And her happy spirit can be annoying but it ain't rude. So you will go to annoyance, but you won't go to anger dealing with her. Okay. The other women will make you angry, you know, and Janelle, Tequila, Unique. Those chicks will make you angry, even Jessica. But Kira will make you, she'll annoy you. You know what I mean? It's an offense, but it's a lesser offense than anger. You know what I mean? So Kira, she's just annoying, but hopefully she can get out of her own way and learn some things. The problem with a lot of these chicks is they don't really listen. They don't really listen. If men are telling them stuff, they just don't want to listen. You know, how many times Jessica had to be told things? How many times Janelle had to be told things? One thing I'll say is Janelle listened to the men. She don't listen to chicks though. But Jessica don't really listen to the men, but she listened to the women. That's her problem. Tequila, I don't know who she listening to. Unique, she only listened to women. She don't listen to men. Well, I don't know. I'll take that back. I think with Unique, I think the reason I say that is because she listened to everything her Red's ex said about him, and she didn't really listen to nothing Red was telling her at the whole time. That's why I'm saying that. But I think if she wants something, she'll listen to the guy. Like Marvin, she'll listen to him because she wants something. She wants that lifestyle with Marvin. And Christopher, she'll probably listen to him. But Kira, she needs to get out of her own way. Stop making prejudgments about people or situations. Stop, being annoying. Listen more, talk less. She's one of those women, I think she would be way more valuable to a guy and more attractive to a guy if she actually talked less and listened more. Okay, you got 2 ears for a reason and 1 mouth. Use them 2 ears to hear. Listen more. Just I'm not gonna say nothing. Just do that. I know you cheerleader. You want to be popular girl, cute and bubbly and all this other stuff. I get it. Shh. Just be quiet more and listen more. You'll be much better off. See, watch the results. I challenge Kira to listen more. We'll see how that goes. Not a bad chick, just and this whole culture thing. Look, I never knocked Kira for moving the way she does. If she's put in that environment and that's her culture, whatever. But don't start judging other people about their culture. You the last person who should be talking anything about culture. Oh, he likes white women. Quentin like white women. Shh. That's one of those times I told you you should be quiet. Stop talking so much. You get yourself in trouble. Okay? And you don't want to be put in the box, but you put other people in the box. I don't rock with contradictions. I can't stand hypocrisy in any way. I detest hypocrites. That's why you will annoy the hell out of me. Okay? You're not a bad woman. You have no malice. I don't feel malice from you. Okay? I don't feel bad intent. I just feel ignorance a little bit and youth, and you don't know. But you got to see how you're moving. You got to see how you're moving. You're moving like someone who don't wants to be put in the box, but don't mind putting other people in the box. That's hypocritical. Stay away from that. Stay away from that. I wanted to like Kira too, but she still got a lot of work to do. But if she get that right mentor as a man, and she actually listened more, if she listened more, her whole world will change. Her whole world will be turned around. Listen to your man, Kira. You'll be all right, but you got to listen. Number 5 is Leanne. All right. And I have to say Leanne because I don't have a whole lot of information on her. She seemed to be a bit detached when Morier was talking to her. He was trying to, put his soul on the table, and she just didn't seem interested, didn't show a lot of empathy. I seen an interview with Leanne though, and she seemed pretty nice in that interview. It was with Crystal, and she didn't seem like a bad lady, but everybody always comes off real good on a private interviews. They make sure they bring their representative. So I don't know how much of that was really her. I mean, she presented herself very well, classy woman. Her main thing was probably she was just a little older than the rest of the cast, which is probably why she went home the fastest. She works out at the gym. She knows Quentin already. Her and Quentin already got a relationship. Well, not a relationship, but a friendship. So, I just thought that Leanne, from what I've seen, is not a bad woman, but it's kind of hard for me to really get a good view on her because she wasn't present for very long. But I decided to stick her here at number 5 because what I seen wasn't all that bad about her. But I can't say it was all that good either because we just didn't see a whole lot of her. So all that being said, Leanne is at number 5. Number 4 is Aries. And let me tell you something. I want to switch Aries and Leanne. Okay, because Aries she just puts a bad deal on the table. Puts a bad deal on the table. I want this from you, that from you, this, that, and the third. And I'm going to give you me, nothing else. Boo. I don't like that. I don't like that. What are you offering, Phil, for real? I would like to know. As many demands as you have, he has to have a job. He has to, y'all got a physical chemistry already. What happens if he loses his job? You gonna dump him? Like, that is so weak to me. Why would a man want to be in a relationship with a woman like that? Ain't nothing guaranteed to nobody, not even life. And you want me to guarantee you my employment forever, for life? I can't guarantee you I'm going to be alive tomorrow. What are you talking about? You don't live in this world we live in? Who wants conditional love? I don't want that shit. I just don't like the deal Aries put on the table. Huge turnoff. I said everyone from Jessica up are wives. Starting to rethink that whole thing, man. I'm being honest. I don't really see Aries as no wife. She got 2 divorces, 2 kids. Uh, you hit the wall. You're in your 40s. I ain't getting no kids from you, and I got to give up all my dreams. I can't be a comedian. I can't do nothing but go to work for you. Talk about signing that's like a G League contract or something. Like I'm not even in the pros. Like, why would what? I'm just, you know, Kaepernick. He got offered a deal to be in the XFL and the CFL, and they merged together. And Kaepernick, I'm not signing that. I ain't trying to be in no XFL. Okay, I was in the NFL. Okay, where the real money is. Why would I want to be in the XFL? I'm not saying Kaepernick is right, but he looked at that as a bad deal. I'm not like, listen, women don't like to go down in anything. They don't like to go down in men, in sex. They don't like to go down. They don't like to go down in finances, especially finances. They don't like to go down in social status. They don't like to go down in nothing, but they ask men to go down all the time. And they put that contract on the table, say, you got to give up your dreams. You got to stay employed 100% of the time. You ain't getting no kids from me. You getting an older woman. Here's the contract, but I'm cute. Sign it. Miss me, man. Miss me. I don't know, y'all. Am I being hard on these ladies? This is just my final assessment of these ladies. And the more I seen, the more I was just like, it's for the birds, man. For the birds. None of these women really I would consider wifey material, except a couple. I'll get to that later. Okay. Which leads me to number 3 is Sierra. All right. Sierra is a chick that she's funny. At least you'll have fun with her. She don't seem to be a mean girl. She don't seem to be rude. She don't seem to be combative. But it's not like she don't come with her set of issues too, right? I thought she was bi, and I think she is bi. Is that a plus or a minus, or is that neither one? Depends on the guy. Marvin might think, yeah, that's a plus. Okay. Somebody who's super religious might be like, nah, that's that ain't how God made us. So, do I think that she really wants a male energy around her 24/7? I really don't. I'm not convinced that this chick wants a husband. I think she just wants the babies. Just give me the babies so I can, be a mother. That's all I care about. That's what I get from Sierra. And the sad part is that's probably better than the chicks that's below her. For real. That's actually better than the women. That's the neutral point right there. All the women under Sierra, they're at the below area. A bi chick who just want kids in a relationship, that's the neutral line. Sierra is the neutral line, for those wondering. Okay? All those shit, and I'm going to change that. Everyone from Sierra up is wife material. Everyone from Sierra up is wife material because Sierra is the neutral line. She is 0. Okay? All these chicks is negative. Only a couple of chicks is positive. But she's zero. She still made it, believe it or not. She's still worth marrying. And you could probably even get a poly thing going with her. And kids, and she gonna laugh and joke with you, with y'all new wife. Y'all gonna raise them kids together. She gonna have the big family she want. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be lovely. But I don't know. That's all I really have to say about Sierra. Cool chick. I worry about some things about her, but it's not enough to really get bent out of shape about. She does seem to be a little, I didn't like some of the things that she did. I just put it that way. But I understand a lot of her movements, though. I understood a lot of her movements. I didn't like, well, I ain't gonna be carrying no man's weight and all this other stuff. Cass said the same thing. I didn't really like all of that. And when they was like, oh, a man's role when they was doing the gender roles, a man's role is he should be paying all the bills. Oh yeah, he should be doing that. And then she asking for Birkin bags, and I know she was joking. So I didn't really trip off of that. Again, Sierra is the neutral line. So it's a lot of pluses and minuses with her, to be honest. It's a lot of pluses and minuses with her, and they all math out to zero. So that's why she's the neutral line. So I don't really have a whole lot good or bad to say about Sierra, but I think from her on, it's wifey material. Which leads me to number 2, which is Lee. I think Lee is an awesome woman. Whoever get this woman is going to be a lucky guy, and you're going to be way luckier and way better, okay, than Quentin ever was and ever will be. You're going to be way luckier to have Lee than Quentin is to have Janelle. And if he don't know, he going to find out. So whoever got Lee, shout out to you, bro. You got one. You got a good one. I love the way that this lady carries herself. She is classy. I love that she is more regal than Janelle could ever be. Okay, she could have her nose in the air, but she chose not to. She is a dope woman. She really is. And it was even hard for me to watch Lee get the business from Janelle. It was hard for me to watch that. Like, this chick, Janelle ain't she ain't better than you. And RTL is letting her up here. Like, she shouldn't even be on the stage. She shouldn't even be on the stage when you was talking to Quentin. She shouldn't have been on the stage. They allowed this ratchetness. They knew she was gonna pop off. Don't worry about that, Lee. You're gonna find a dude way better than Quentin. Quentin don't know what he's doing. He's a kid. Okay? He attracted to shiny things. All right? But he gonna learn. He gonna learn the hard way. Meanwhile, you're gonna live your life with your king. Y'all gonna do the damn thing. Way better. All right? The only thing I worry about with Lee is her intimacy. I gotta see her affection, but she's wifey material. From Sierra up is wifey material. And she is wifey material, but I worry about the affection. That's the only thing I worry about with Lee. I don't worry about nothing else. A lot of people don't say they don't necessarily like her face or whatever, and I'm like, I mean, I see what you're saying, but she's still a beautiful woman, you know. Um, you know, she almost got a sad face, and people are not attracted to that. Janelle has a happy face, so when she smiles, her eyes smile too, and when Lee smiles, her eyes frown. It looks like, so it looks different within the ladies, and maybe that's some physical attributes that men subconsciously see when they see women, and maybe that's what Quentin was focused in on, is Janelle and her smiling eyes, and Lee and her frowning eyes. I don't know. I'm reaching a little bit here. I'll admit that, but there is no way I think Janelle is better than Lee. Let's be clear. Lee is head and shoulders above Janelle as far as being a wife is concerned. As long as her intimacy thing there, she gonna make a phenomenal wife. Okay. And she always gonna stay in shape. She always gonna present herself with class. She always gonna be focused on her man. I ain't worried about Lee. Lee is a wife. Shout out to Lee. And number one, this is my girl, Kat. Okay. This woman is a queen. She's a comedic queen. You understand? And I'm gonna tell you, this woman is in a league of her own. Okay, how she handles herself with all the bad girls, how she looks, her personality. She has no ego, but she has pride in herself. She has self-love in herself. This woman is dope as hell. Okay. I know y'all probably heard a lot of negative stuff from me about a lot of these women. You ain't gonna hear that shit with Kat. Kat is dope. Okay. I don't know what the hell is wrong with the dudes on this show. There is no way Kat should have got away from these guys. How did all of y'all miss this queen right in your face? Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. Okay? You have access to Kat and you didn't try to holler at her? Now, some men might be intimidated because she's tall. Some of the short guys. Some guys might be intimidated because she's beautiful, if they ugly guys. Some guys might be intimidated for, maybe how she talks and her communication, because she speaks well and fast at the same time. So, there's a lot of reasons for guys to be intimidated by Kat. But a real man would know how to treat that queen. Okay? Kat, holla at me. Okay? You are the wifey of the group. Okay? It's you and Lee, and I'll give it to Sierra too. Y'all the three wives of the group. Sierra at ground zero, questionable, but I don't have no doubts about Lee and Kat. And Kat, I'm gonna tell you, you are a stand-up woman. You defend yourself. You respect the men. You listen to the men. Okay. You said if a man told me I was combative, I would say thank you. So I know how to correct that. When Morier was down and out after the whole Jessica thing, you went upstairs to console Morier told him he did a good job. I thought that was dope of you. Okay, you tried to get to know a lot of these guys. I know a lot of these guys is not on your level. Let's be clear. I know you're physically drawn to Quentin, but the brother is in the sunken place. You called that out. Okay. You're just smart, you're beautiful, you're humble, intelligent, articulate, sexy. Okay. Cat is not only number one, but in a league of her own. Okay. I'm going to just be clear. And this, ladies, is a real wife. This gentleman is a real wife. And everybody let her slip through their fingers. Okay. Y'all got any comments to say about that? Y'all got any comments to say about the list? Let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer all of them as I always do. All right. All that being said, thanks for watching. Look, we're going to get into the whole make that move too. So be tuned for that. Watch out for that. Hit the like, share, and subscribe for real. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.